Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Chair.
Okay. Did you get the message that I sent you? Yeah, Moni. Did you get the message that I sent you last week to listen to the song? Yes? You did it, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. How about the lyrics? Did you get the lyrics?
Yeah, I watched the lyrics video too.
Okay, thank you. There is anyone who doesn't get the lyrics? No one? Everyone gets it, right? Okay, Suyi, have you got it? If you got, so how many times did you listen to it?
5 minutes.
5 times?
No. I mean,
So, yeah, if you
two
listen
times 5 minutes.
2 times 5 minutes. I don't get it. What does it mean 2 times 5 minutes?
Or I'm sorry. How should I say?
Yes.
2 times 10 minutes. Yes, like that.
You mean 2 times 10 minutes means that, so you mean a song takes 5 minutes each?
Yes, like that.
Uh-huh. So you mean that the songs is too short?
No, this song is too long because of 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's really great, right? While you are listening to it, don't you want to dance? And can you sing like him? No, I don't mean about rapping, just the songs. You know, only just, you know, the slow rock. Okay? How about the slow rhyme? Okay, slow rhyme. I don't mean the rock place, the rapping place. Okay, I don't mean the rapping lyrics. I mean just only the slow rhyme. Is that fine?
Yes, fine.
Okay, so can you sing right now?
No, not only I remember.
Okay, so just go, Mr. David.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. David, can you sing that song?
No, I have a very bad voice.
No problem. So you mean that you how should I say, the music and you are fighting each other while you are singing?
Yeah, I really love to sing, but my voice always like disrupt.
Okay. So your voice is like a flat tone, you mean like this?
Yeah, sometimes like a high pitch, like a girl voice.
Okay. Whatever it is, music can make you happy, right?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so is there anyone who wants to discuss about what is the meaning of that song? Hello. Don't wait for your friends. Are you still waiting for your friends?
No, Chair, I
now?
was just thinking. I think the meaning would kind of be like working hard. I don't know, working hard till he fall, like until like don't stop. I guess just don't stop trying or something like that.
Okay, yes, thank you. And is anyone who wants to edit more?
Me.
Yes, right.
Yeah, I think this is about life.
Yeah, this is about life. Yeah. Okay, and then Nyo, what did you feel while you listening to it?
It's a motivational song, but I'm not music is not my thing, so I don't know how to feel.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. So you are not fond of listening to music?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you're fond of art painting?
No, like I would watch movies. Yeah, that's all. That's my like. I found of new movies, but not music.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So now Shinken Aka is here, and then I'm going to send you a file, and after that, I want you to make a group discussion as well. Okay, because and we need to practice about your how to prepare for your speaking test, right? So I just want as a habit to be familiar with your describing the photos or the pictures, right? And then today the one I am going to send would help you a lot, I think, because there would be some questions because while you are looking at the photo, you might mention that only just the one you see, but when you look at my files, and then you might see that there are some questions you can ask, and another one is high imaginary question as well. Okay, because as I told you before, while when we look at the photo, we shouldn't look at only just the pictures, and then we should care about this the setting. Setting mean that the background setting. Okay, what kind of weather can it be, and then where is it can be. Also, we can mention it, right? Okay, so now let's do practice for a while. I would send it to you on the Zoom chat box. Would that be fine? Okay.
Yes.
Excuse me. Excuse me. New folder. Did you receive that? Because I have already sent it.
In chat box, Zoom chat box.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Zoom chat box. So I will send it to you for. Yeah, I will send it to you on Viber as well. Is that okay? Shola, I cannot hear you because you muted.
No, teacher, it's nothing.
Okay, thank you. And then, by the way, I have already done for your test paper. your answer papers. Okay, and then I believe that you all are clever. Okay, you all are very clever, and you all are very, how should I say, talented. But sometimes you just make a like a careless mistakes. You understood that one. You realize that what the question means, but I think sometimes you, how should I say, you might need to pay attention more about the topic sentence, especially about making decision about topic sentence, too general, too specific, and then complete sentences, right? You need to review your lessons, I mean that by yourself, okay? Right? So this is very important. If you cannot should I say, classify, if you cannot classify general, too specific, it would not be grateful for you, because this is very important for your writing skills, right? So you need to review your lessons. Pumia, if you don't have any lessons about, if you lose some lessons about the lessons we learn, and then you can ask me, or maybe you, if you mind to ask me, you can ask your friends to send the files they have already learned previous time. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Now I'm going to divide a group. Okay. Let's break up the room. Akka, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Akka, 9. Nhân nhóm Shinken and Medimpui is one group. The next one, David, Sean Lei, and Su. Hello, Dudaso, are you there? Okay, so David, Sean Lei, Dudaso. That's it. Okay, so now let's do discussion about the photos I have already uploaded. Hello. So is there any differences previous time and right now that you discussed with some questions and then some points you should do?
These questions are a bit more, how would I say, logical and logical.
So the better question
Yes.
is this mystery solving problem?
Yeah,
Okay. Yes.
it's like detective work 101.
Yes, like
Okay. Yes. And then is there any one point of view? Hello? David, how about your discussion? Is there any differences?
Yeah, it's like you have to guess with a little knowledge, and it's in a bit question you have to guess the weather, the season, and you have to look at the picture carefully.
Yes. Okay. So I think so. Next time when you describe the photo or the picture, I think that maybe this knowledge can support you something more about describing a photo, right? Excuse me for a while, please. Yep. And maybe luckily or unluckily, I'm not sure that there are some house. Okay, so the houses around mine has many dogs. Okay. I think stray dogs are not very bad. Only just they stay themselves and then they don't disturb other people. But a pet, not a pet, pets are really sometimes. While I am teaching, and that it makes me a little. How should I say? Maybe I think this is a coincidence. Okay. Okay, so I have already read some of your reading, and that is really impressive because you improve than previous time, right? And then before, I mean that the way you think, the way you present it as well, okay? And I would like to suggest you one thing is you have to be careful to use, the tenses and then the personalization as well, okay? Yeah, and then I am going to send you a letter, and then you have to read it yourself. And after that, as you seen in the lessons, and then you have to, look for the weak point and the strong points of the letters. Okay, but not right now. I mean that as a homework. Okay. Yeah. So now let's go to the lessons first. Let's go to the lessons with a lesson. Okay. Shinkan, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Are you okay with us?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay. If you have some question, please don't mind, okay? For example, if you don't see the pages, if you don't see which book it is, you should ask me, okay? Okay, so which page were we? Thank God, the miracle, right? Allison.
Allison,
Yes.
the green one. Okay, thank you.
The writing book. We are going to writing book. Allison is focusing to writing, right? Informal letter writing. Okay. Now we are going to, how about page 10? Did we finish page 10? Hello? Are you okay?
Which book?
Allison, informal writing book.
Or you mean the green one?
Okay. Are you okay now? Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I think now we have to start page number 10. Am I right?
No, I think we are on page 61.
Page, sorry?
61.
Oh, 61. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm mistaken with the reading book. Okay, 61. Yes. Okay, so unit 4, right? Unit 4, friendly letter, descriptive narrative, am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes, thank you. And then, so now, here descriptive narrative letter needs to be written in a friendly register. There are letters written to a friend, relative, or pen friend about an occasion or events. Yeah, events as, okay. Events, as the name suggests, descriptive narrative are of descriptive and narrative writing, right? So here's our carnival. Or yeah, please read to page number 61 and 62. Hello, Tutaso. Have you got the book?
Yes, I have got the book.
Okay, thank you. Now let's go to page number 61 and 62. Have you finished? Hello? If you're done, let's discuss about what you read. Hello, have you finished? Okay, Charlotte, can you tell me about the, how should I say, what does the introduction say?
The introduction says that the reason for writing a descriptive narrative is to pass on information about a certain occasion. Maybe that occasion might be interesting for the reader, but it might not be as exciting as the hot news in the narrative letter. And what's more, in descriptive narrative, there is no sense of urgency, so that type of letter might have a standard introduction. And say that there it's we should be careful for hidden implications in descriptive narrative questions too. And sometime you're gonna write that to your friend, and the friend was not at the sports day or any kind of day himself or herself, so you have got to give a reason for that too. Sometimes they might ask you to write to your pen friend about sports day at your school, and that since that's pen friend, he or she wouldn't have been at the event for sure since they live abroad. So that's the introduction. Do I have to continue? You share your mic.
Yeah, sorry. But is there anything about, you need to be careful about the introduction?
I don't know.
Okay. Yes. Because here you can see that, the example when, right? It's a shame you missed sport day last week, but I hope you are feeling better. So what does it mean? And then is there any imply or is it okay?
I think the writer implied that he already knew that his friend was ill last week. I think
Okay.
that's the implied part.
Yes. Okay. Here, you know, then here next one is the last one here for the introduction is the transition sentence can be short and straight to the point, right? And we have to be careful this one. And then now body of the letters. Okay. Catherine, can you discuss about the body of the letter?
We must consider some essential features which we when we make the body of the letter, when we write the body of the letter, the first one is people. The most important requirement for event is people. When we make some events, there includes people. So this one is very important, and atmosphere. People usually find an event more attractive if there is food, drink, music, and so on. So this point can make interest to our reader. And the next one is weather. This can also be an important factor when we make the event outdoor or indoor like that. We can add this to the atmosphere. And the last one is individual accidents. And there can be a number of small and related incidents which seem unimportant, but these can add to the atmosphere. So these help us to remember the occasion later. And so that's our 4 features. And the next one is we must note that we must create interest, personalize support, and avoid listing. Teacher,
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. And then amend these, you know, create interest, personalize, support, and avoid. Amend those for us, 4 notes, and then the one you must be careful is avoid listing, right? Because I know that I realize that you all are used to create how to create, you know, interesting event or interesting situation to the reader, and then you have already learned and you can apply how to personalize, and then you can use efficient support, and then but sometimes, you know, the avoiding listing is you cannot keep, how should I say, you cannot keep this using it. Okay, so this is the one you must be careful to not to use it. Okay, because sometimes you don't know yourself and then you only just wrote down listing. Okay, so you have to be careful this one. Okay, now and then the last one, conclusion. Conclusion, who is it? David? Hello, David, are you there? Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
The conclusion is just about like that. It has to be quite short because like it mustn't be so long and it should return to the point which began the letter to make the reader more focused about the point. Conclusion.
Yes. So do you need to sum up in the conclusion?
Sorry?
Do you need to express summarization in the conclusion?
No, not summarizing, I guess. Just the point that if he's missing something that like you have missed it, but it's like something, if it is something important, like if he has got a catch cold and saying that hope you feel better or something like that. That's
Yes.
reminding him that he missed it. Like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Because this is important as well. You know, you have already familiar with the program writing. In the program writing, you have to be careful to sum up or maybe to write conclusion, right? But in here, the letter would be a little different from the paragraph, okay? Yes, now let's go to page number 63. Okay. Put it all together when. So write a relative who missed a family celebration telling him or her all about it. Yeah, then here is talking about the people. Let's read it. Hello, Shinkan, are you still reading? Or Tutta?
Yes, I'm reading.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Tutta. Hello, have you finished about reading about people? Okay, so Pumya, can you discuss about how to describe, how to write about the people? Where's Pumya now? Because of the connection, I think. Okay, so
Yes. We shouldn't list. We shouldn't list. And even if there are so many people in the party or something, we just have to choose only one or two guests. And that one or two guests also should be friendly to yourself. Like you should know about his or her personalities, habits, and everything, so that you are able to personalize, And another thing is we shouldn't list. If we list, it is telling us that we only know basic vocabularies.
Yes.
Another thing is if we don't even know the person in real life, we just have to make up. And there are also some good phrases for clothing, to describe someone's clothing and habits.
Yes.
That's all.
And then here also you can learn how to describe concerned with the clothing. Okay, clothes are too tight, So the person blacks out of them all. Okay, so you can learn here. And you would see here the blue one. Remember, the people you describe do not have to be real people, but can be from your imagination. Okay. And then next one is habits. Yes. And then, what was it? Okay, Shabot, can you discuss about habits? What do we need to describe about the habits?
Yes. We can write like some we can write the person like he have a very loud voice, and he always sing at the top of his voice or something, and we can also include like he's a very sleepy one, and he can sleep he can sleep everyone he arrived. And there are also too many other examples.
Okay, yeah. So here is the next one. Try to add your own sets of characteristics and make sentences with them. Okay, so you have to think about some words concerning with characteristics, and you have to make sentences with them. Okay, now I would like to practice with you together in the class. Maybe only just you have to think about two words to describe someone's characteristics, right? So think about it, and after that, let's make sentences. Please do it right now. Hello, Aga, Tuta, Shika, are you okay?
Yes, I'm good.
Yes, sure.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, now I give you the time to write some sentences concerning with the words expressing characteristics. You have to think about some words which is going to describe for characteristics, and after that you have to make sentences with them.
Sure, I sent a sentence. Do you mean like that?
Yeah, I saw it. Yes, with the footsteps, right?
Yeah, kind of. It's like loud.
Yeah, very loud. Okay, so and then Steven, so how about next characteristic concerning with amusement or something else? Positive characteristics. Okay, and then I have replied to you to your message.
Yes, Chair, I see, Chair.
Okay, thank you. And can you think in more words? Which makes you new one?
Sure.
Yes, David?
Is that like a sentence, like how many sentences?
Only just one or two sentences. If you are then one sentence.
Okay.
Okay, not too much more. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, shall let me ask you a question, Sean?
Yes, okay.
Yes. So, can you describe about glaring eyes?
Oh, the word. I actually don't know the word. I've seen people using them when whenever they are describing about some kind of like fears and competitive eyes. Yeah, such kind of
Yes.
eyes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I just want to know why you said glaring eyes. That's it. My fears is okay. Okay, fears is okay. Fears eyes is fine. Yeah. But for you, and then you use more adjective about more adjective. That's which makes glaring. So I just want to know why do you use glaring eyes? Have you ever seen such kind of person?
Not in real life.
Mm. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Stephen. Hello, David. If you are done only one sentence, no problem. You can send it to me. I just want to know, have you got the concept or not?
Okay, sure.
Catherine here. My uncle is a very elegant person. He always notices people with his breathtaking words. Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Catherine, can you make compound or complex sentence?
Which sentence?
I mean, you have already sent it to me 2 sentences, right? So can you create or can you reconstruct like a compound sentence or complex sentence? I just want to see how much you learn about complex or compound, right?
Yes.
Yes. Can you try it again?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Here, Catherine, I would like to suggest you.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, you can write with a modifier or like a relative pronoun, okay? My uncle, comma, a very elegant person, comma, always smooth, blah, 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 blah. That's it. Very easy, okay? So you don't need to write 2 sentences.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, Nino, I got it. Thank you. And here, Mr. David. Mr. David. My sister has a grace of that. So David, your sister has got white blouses?
Nah, just an imaginary sentence.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's it. Thank you. Okay. So only just triple Suyi, Dutta Aga, Shiket. And for another students, another people, you have already read, right? So can you keep on reading about atmosphere? And please do exercise 3. Try to think of some more examples of your own. Okay, so let's go to atmosphere. Okay, here. Should put Allison's happy with her. Yeah, Shabo. So why she has difficulties when choosing dresses because of her dark brown eyes?
She's a little bit cute.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I think that she has difficulty to choose the clothes. I mean the color, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so now let's keep on to atmosphere. And Tuta Aka Shinket, are you okay? For the people who has already done now, please go on to atmosphere. And then there is exercise 3. Please do it. Hello, Shinket, are you writing?
Yes.
Okay, so can you send it to me? Only just you have to write only one sentence is enough. Okay, as just only one sentence which describes about the characteristics of maybe someone's characteristics. Okay. You don't need to write a paragraph, just write a sentence or 2 sentences is fine. Hello, Aga, are you still writing? And Tutazo, oh my God, yes, you have to write for the exercise 1 on page number 63 to that. Your friends has already done. Please do it quickly. Where shall I say? Hello, 2000.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, we have already chosen, and then I recommended to learn here for these classes. Just we have 3 books. First one is iGCSE Writing Allison's. The writer, you can see the writer's name on the cover, okay? Allison's. And then next one is Cambridge iGCSE as a first language, I think. Yeah, right. So we have 2 books as a second language, okay? And then the third one is we have Oxford Grammar Practice Book. We have 3 books, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we are learning about the writing books. Do you see that page?
Wait.
Did I just saw it right now?
Yes, teacher. Which page number?
Page number 63. Page number 63. Okay. Exercise
Okay.
1. Three, 64. 64, exercise 1. Try to add your own sets of.
Yeah, I see, teacher. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Shinkan, you have to describe a person.
No.
Yeah, Shinkan, I saw what you sent. I want you to think about how to describe a person characteristic.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Nyanyo.
Yes, teacher.
So what does the atmosphere discuss?
Atmosphere. In atmosphere, we have to about what we hear, what we see, what we think.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Single was not our thing, so we just. Okay, good. So Sean's 10 and Steven is 10. Hello, Suyi, are you there?
Hello, do you call me?
Yeah, I called you because you were too silent.
No, I'm just writing.
Yeah, so how many sentences are you writing now? I just asked 1 or 2 sentences.
The first one is, oh my God. Oh, the first one that I didn't send yet because now I do exercise 3, but exercise 1 and 2 is already done.
Okay, thank you. Can you send it to me?
Yeah, yes.
Steven and Nyanyan, I have already uploaded a file that I give as homework, but if you have a time, you can do it. Then, Catherine, are you done?
Not yet, teacher.
You don't need to write a lot of sentences, only just 2 or 1 or 2 is enough, okay? Okay, yeah. If you have something, and you can ask me.
So in the exam, do we also have to include the date and address?
Maybe according to the format, you better use it. Because you have to try with the format, okay? Maybe if you are not given the addresses, you don't need to mention it. Or maybe sometimes the question will ask you to mention the address as they given.
Teacher, I don't know the question from page number 64. I don't understand it.
You don't understand it?
Yes.
So let's go. So you mean exercise 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, exercise 1 said that try to add your own set of interested and make sentences with them is you have to think about a person's characteristics. For example, okay, I would send you some of the example of your friend's written sentences. Is that fine?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Buddha, I sent it. Do you see that?
Yes, teacher, I see it.
This is for exercise 1. Here is next sentence. Suyi, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, my aunt's who always thinking about me. It's fine. Okay, you have to omit for. My aunt who always thinking about me. And so you can say that. Oh, right. I will send you by typing. My aunt who blah 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 said. Hello, Suyi, did you see what I sent?
Yes, teacher.
Mm-hmm. With long dress wear dancing. See, I replied it.
Yes, I see.
Okay. Nunyon and Steven, if you are done for the homework earlier, no problem. You can send it to me back. Okay, so please read the letter, and then you have to look for, is there personalization, is there an introduction, and the sample we have already learned in the lessons, right? You have to do correction, or is it a good one, or is there a necessary? Yes. Here, David, you sent it to me. Brad has my brothers. What's that? David. David, you need to be careful about subject agreement, subject and verb agreement. You see that? You need to be careful, right? Subject and verb agreements is also very, very important because it mistakes is like a, not like a careless mistakes. Okay. Then no, Catherine.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, the music. Okay, the music. You mentioned that you use is. This is talking about only just the first time, or which one do you mean? The stanza selection of music words or is, because you used simple past later on.
I use is because that she is the reader has already know about her skills, and this I use is because this it's the skill she has, so it's always she has, so I use it.
Okay.
So can you tell me what we're doing now? Because of my electricity, it keep cutting off.
Yes, that's why I think that maybe you might have your connection might something happen, right?
Yeah, the electricity.
Electricity. Okay. Now it's okay.
I think so.
Okay. Whatever it is, let's try as much as we can. Now we are going through the Allison's books writing, and your friends has already done page number. Some of your friends already done page number 65 till exercise 3, but they have to do exercise 1 and exercise 3. That's it. Okay, so before that, they have to read about the clothing, the habits. Okay, after reading how to describe clothing and habits, they do exercise 1. Okay.
How many sentences, teacher?
Only just 1 or 2 sentences, because you have to think about someone's special characteristics. That would be maybe that would be positive or negative, no problem. And think about the words which express the characteristics, and you have to make sentences.
Okay.
Okay. And here the rest is satisfied with this job special. Okay, Tuta, your sentence is like repetition.
So we have to do exercise 3 now.
Yeah, exercise 1 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do exercise 1 first. Just only Pumayun, because to save your time, just 1 sentence is okay for exercise 1, and for exercise 3 is also 1 sentence. Hello, Tuta.
Yes.
Yeah, can I discuss with you about your sentences?
Yes.
Yeah, because satisfying is a verb or adjective.
Adjective.
Yeah, are you sure? Here
Yes.
the spelling is not like a verb. If you want to use the adjective FIED, satisfying.
So Is that the
Okay.
only thing I'm wrong?
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, and then another thing is your sentence are repetition. So your sentence has repetition. I mean that you repeat it about the 2 points.
Yes.
Okay? So can you make a like a compound sentence, or can you make like a complex, or can you make a sentence with modifier or anything else?
Okay. I'll try. I'll try again.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's better. Okay, Aga, you are so silent.
I'm filled in.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your sentences because some of your friends has already done. Hello, David. If you're done, please go to the Viber group and I uploaded a file, and then please go there and then check, do correction for that that papers, right? Okay, everyone, please. I would like to pause here for the writing book because I want to keep on to reading. Okay, and for some people, okay, for some students who haven't done their work for exercise 3, please do it at home, and after that you can send it to me, right? And I would like to give you reading homework on page number 65, individual incidents, page number 66, and then, yeah, 66, because we will do exercise 4, okay? Hello, have you got?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you homework. Page 65 to 67. Yeah. Okay. Shabbat, you are a lovely girl for your grandfathers, right? Is it reality or imaginary?
Imaginary one.
Okay. Because if you still have grandparents, you're very lucky. Hello, is there anyone who wants to ask me about the writing book? No more? Okay, so now let's go to reading books. Hello, Tutta Aka Shenkan. Now we are going to reading book. It said
Yes.
that Cambridge iGCSE new for 2013. Okay, that book with the purple color. Okay, Shabot, which page did we finish?
Page now.
Page
Nine.
9, right? Okay. So now let's start from page let's start from page 10. Applying your reading skills. Okay. Are you all ready?
Yes, we're ready, Chair.
Okay, thank you. So now let's do number 2, page number 10. Number 2, applying your reading skills. Yeah, please read it yourself. I will give you just 1 minute.
What color of the book again?
The purple color. You will see new for 2013. Have you finished? Hello, Suyi. Do you see page number 10? Applying your reading skills.
Hello.
Yes. Do you see the book now we are going?
Hello.
Yes. Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you,
I.
Suyi.
Yes, I see. But the previous time, my connection error. I have my connection error.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, no problem. Have you finished reading? Okay, so now let's discuss about this. Yeah, David, can you discuss about applying your reading skill? What do you need to be careful? What do you need to do? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 points. But okay, you can discuss only just 3 is fine.
the
Yes.
final reading skills, right? Hello?
Yes, yes.
You have it's like you have to read the passage carefully. Like don't just write if you don't understand clearly what the question means and what the passage means. And another one is to remember that careful reading and clear understanding of the question is important as reading the passage. Like you just mustn't write the answers and in a rush until you understand the question clearly and what the question want to mean. Another one is to read the passage carefully from beginning to the end. It's like you can miss a point, you can miss a sentence. That is very important.
Okay. So here in it said that it is important that you gain a song's overview of what it is about. To get overview, which reading you have to use? Skimming or scanning? You need to know two reading style, right? Skimming and scanning. So to get the overview of a passage, which reading style you have to use? David, I'm asking to you.
I think scanning.
Okay, shall I? To get the overview, skimming or scanning?
If it's just a general overview, maybe skimming is better.
Skimming, yes. David, actually you have to use the style of skimming, right? Scanning is when you are looking for the details point. Okay, you have to use scanning reading style, right? That's why you have to know which style you have to read, because if you don't know which style you have to use, and then you would how should I say, you need to use much time, right? Because in the exam, time is precious. Okay. So next one. Okay, David, can you call off one of your friends from the groups?
Steven.
Okay, Steven. That's great. Because he might be sleepy.
Here.
Okay, just 3 points, Steven.
Just 3 points. Not the points that he already picked.
Yeah, another point.
So I guess just read the passages. Take your time while reading the passages, and then the other tip which is to make your written answers to the question, and so yeah, just make the answer according to what you read and all the relevant points that you have got. And the other point is that because without trying to put anything irrelevant or anything that's not inside, like that's not important to the question. So yeah, 3 points.
Yes, thank you. And then, can you call our next one?
Let's go with Udazo.
Udazo is still looking for his book. Still looking for his book. Okay, Steven, you better call another one.
Right then, Punyanichi.
Yeah, Punyanichi. Udazo, now, do you see the book? I have already forwarded the covers of the book.
Yeah, I don't think I have that book.
Oh my God. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I think also Aka.
Okay, yes. Thank you. Now, is there anyone who wants to share your screen to your friends? Because Tuta and Aka, they haven't downloaded the books. Yeah. So is there anyone who wants to share your screen for the reading right now? Because I want to save your time.
I sent it to Tuta's Bible account.
Okay, thank you. And then how about Aka's? So Tuta, can you pass it to Aka, the file you got?
Yes, yeah.
I have 5.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shanai. Yes, so Punya. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, can you keep on?
Apply your reading skills, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the exam we have to skim first and then scan the passage clearly to know like the exact to understand clearly of the passage, and we have to have like a clear understanding of the questions too, not only the passage. And if we have read the passage and a clear understanding of the questions, we need to know which are the topic sentences and the answers relevant to the questions, because if we answer if we give non-relevant answers, it doesn't mean you have a clear understanding, and our answers need to be detailed, so we have to read very we have to read with how do I say, we have to read every detail and give an detailed answer.
Okay, thank you. And then here you have to be careful. Next one is synonyms, right? And it said that if you see the word exciting in the original text, instead of rewriting the word exciting, and then you better use another synonyms, thrilling or something like that, right? Thrilling or surprising or anything else, right? So you better write with your own words, right? And to get the details points, you need to practice the scanning reading skills, right? Okay, now let's go to type of questions. Agatuta, are you okay right now? Did we finish the first paragraph? I think you have already finished, right? I mean, passage which test your comprehension and the more straightforward question set. The second paragraph is explaining the nature of the questions. Okay, so Aga, can you? Well, what problem? Is there any problem? Can you take a screenshot and then send it to me on the Viber so I can see it? Can I help Aga and Duda? I'm looking for it. Hello, Aga and Duda, I forwarded on the Viber group. Can you check it out?
Yeah, I have the file. I mean the book.
Yes.
I don't have the book.
No, yeah. So can you turn on that file? And then I have already forward on the Viber group. That file is that you have to download it and then you have to open it.
We both have file, but we both don't have book, the actual book.
Oh, no one gets it yet. Okay. Right? Everybody is learning with the file right now. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Aga. Okay. Yeah, yes, Duda. Oh, your question makes me confused. I'm sorry.
Sorry, we are just tripping out.
Yeah, no problem. Duda, if you're not taking the EFL, no problem. It doesn't matter, okay? This is you can learn with like a knowledge and you can improve your skills.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for your discussion, Duda. I warmly accept it. Okay, so today, who did I ask? Okay, Suyi. I think you haven't finished discussion about types of questions. Suyi, where are you? Oh, she's not here right now. Okay. So, Catherine. I think Suyi has got a connection problem.
types of question, right?
Yeah, types of questions. Yes.
Passages which test our comprehension skills will be factual, narrative, descriptive, or argumentative writing. It means many types of passages. It's and the types of questions are likely to different depending on the type of passage. And the most straightforward question. And the when we read the passage, and when we have to answer the question, we must it's a general one. The first question is from the first passage. It's like a general, but and the question is the more demanding question may ask us to interpret some of the points include the passage to arrive at our answer. So we might some questions are implied. So we must think them carefully, or what those mean, and like that. So we must know the meaning of the passage, what they want us to understand.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And did I give you much homework? Hello, everyone. Did I give you much homework? I see the smiling of Triple. Okay, yes. I don't want to give you any more. That's it, right? So how many homework did you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. First one, you have to read the letter I sent it, right? You have to read it, and you have to do correction and do analysis for the letter, right? And then the second one is you have to read, okay? About the, you have to read from the writing books and lessons and do exercise 4. That's it, right? Only just 2. Okay, thank you. And then tomorrow we will go some grammar practice with the reading. Is that fine?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so thank you so much for today. Have a nice day.